Right, hey there guys, so welcome to another video. So slightly different format to this week's video. So rather than going around interviewing women on the streets, I have the lovely Christine. Hi Christine.
Hello.
So would you like to tell the audience a little bit about yourself, please?
Yes, I'm a confidence coach and I've been, I mainly work with parents who are raising their children to be confident and fulfilled. So I have a YouTube channel, we'll leave the link below if you want to check that out and you're a parent or an aspiring parent. But today I'm here to explore dating and relationships. So the first stages before we have children. So I'm very, very fortunate to be here with Prash.
Great.
And looking forward to having a good discussion about dating.
Well, do you know what? Christine is actually one of my mentors, and I actually call her the confidence queen, because anything that you're just unsure of, go to Christine and she will just have the answer just like that. She's kept me strong a lot of times when I've been down. So yeah, check her out as well on her channel. So we've had someone write in which is saying, why is it hard for me, an 18-year-old guy, to get a girlfriend? And when I do, they use me. I give them all the love and affection in the world, yet some girls want his money. So he's struggling to get a girlfriend and he feels that he's been used. Well, do you know what? I was at a stage in my life where I never had a girlfriend. I never even been out with a girl, or even touched a girl, or been out on a date. And it got to a stage in my life where I just felt no one likes me, everybody hates me. And yeah, but then I just went out there, approached women, got myself rejected, got exposed to that to a degree that it doesn't feel like a rejection, it's just another experience, and now I'm with somebody. So what's your take on that? What advice could you give to someone that's never had a girlfriend? He's 18, so clearly you're young there, mate. I'm 34.
Yeah, well, let me ask you, what did you do to transition from not having any experience with women, not having the confidence, to right, I'm gonna go for it and now I'm dating someone? What happened for that shift to occur?
It was mostly just a change in mindset, because what happened was that I was getting rejected repeatedly. I think there was two elements to it. The first one was that I wasn't happy with myself. I was allowing whether I'm with someone or not with someone to determine my happiness levels. And by doing that, what happened was that I was coming from a needy place, because you know that whatever it is you do in life, it's not what you do, but what place it's coming from, what your intention behind it is. That's what the most important thing is. So I was coming at it from a wrong intention and perspective, because people could smell that through their body language.
They can.
Like you can tell when a guy's needy, can't you?
Yes.
Or when he's just, I don't know, he just feels desperate.
And the key word here is needy. So from the message that this gentleman has put, he said that I give them everything, I give them the world, I give them so much love. Us as women, in general, this is stereotyping, but in general, we're not so much attracted for the man to be extra nice or extra giving. We kind of want a balance. So we want a man that will give and be attentive and be in touch with his feminine side, but also very masculine, also reinforces independence for us, makes us feel like we are our own person, we are an independent woman, and just kind of give a little bit of that balance of tough love as well, in a sense. So when the man comes across as needy, say for example, maybe they phone you every day, or they send you a message every other day, it can put off the woman, because it can feel a bit of overwhelm. It just feels, no one wants to feel like they got a needy person on them, right? Like a fly that doesn't want to jump away, fly away from you. So I think maybe he can readjust the way that he approaches and communicates with women. But also, like you mentioned, it's a mindset thing. So if from the impression that I'm getting from that message is that he's asking himself, why do the women always just seem to want my money? Why, I give them everything and they just don't accept me for who I am. What's happened is that kind of mentality, we could call it the victim mentality, where he believes that it's outside of him, he doesn't have the control, and it's other people's fault. It's the women's fault that they're not seeing me for what I am. So he takes his power away by saying, oh, nothing's working for me, I can't find love, I can't find anything. So that will just diminish his confidence, just there and then, just having that mindset. So the best thing to do is to reshape that and think, okay, look, I'm the one that is coming across, or what is it that I'm doing that is causing these women to just kind of go for my money instead of go for who I am? What is that I've been doing? And maybe he'll work out that he buys them too many gifts, or he always takes them out to restaurants and always pays. So what he could do is maybe instead of buying them a gift all the time, buy them a gift every so often, or go split the bill when they're at a restaurant. So he could just kind of maneuver and do little things to change his behaviors and own it as well. Just take it as, what is it that I'm doing that isn't working? What can I adjust in myself? And that will really change the experience that he gets with women. If he, instead of phoning women every day, for example, this is just me assuming, I say he, but we don't know if he does that. Sorry, Manaya's making noise, but maybe instead of phoning every other day, he just phones once a week, because sometimes us women, we like it when, you know, when they say women can play hard to get, but we like it when men do that as well, when they play hard to get.
Do you know what it is? It's giving the women the gift of missing you.
Yeah, exactly.
That, you know, the art of seduction.
We like that. We like that.
The art of seduction lies in mystery. That's what it is. And I think if you're just putting your life on hold for someone that you've just met, it's already game over.
Yeah.
You need to basically, you need to show the woman that you have a life as well. At the same time, you need to be willing to walk away, because we desire the things that we can't have. And if you make yourself readily available, then it's like there's no value for it, is there?
Yeah.
So I think he has to first of all just get a life, in the sense that, not in a harsh way, but just do other things in his life that make him feel engaged, that make him feel in the moment and in the groove. He needs to do that so that he's got that balanced lifestyle, and not have this whole, my happiness is based on whether I'm with someone or not with someone. Because if you're doing that, you can either attract the wrong person, like the gold diggers, which is what he's done, just taking advantage of his money, and then they just go off with someone else. They want to see someone that's just fulfilled with their life, that's not living the life in a car crash, that has everything together. Because, you know, how they're gonna support them and look after them. Like, it's an evolutionary thing from hardwired in your brain, isn't it?
Because unconsciously we say, right, this man can have my children or can look after me. That's what's going on. So it does help to have that balance, to really not come across as needy, and not coming across as the victim, saying, what is it that I can do to improve? What is it that I'm doing? What kind of woman do I want? Because sometimes men can know what they don't want in a woman, but I don't know actually what they want. You need to take time to list what you do want in a woman. So if you are stuck with that, you can write a little list of the traits that you don't want in a woman. Start off like that, and then below each trait you say what you do want instead. So if you say, I don't want a gold digger, so what do you want instead? I want a woman that appreciates my humour, right? So you would literally be quite specific in what you want in a woman, and then focus on what you can do to attract that woman, rather than what the world can do to give you what you want, because the world is just happening. You can't control that, it just happens, but you can control the way that you show up.
Exactly. And do you know, when you go from that mindset, you're more the buyer rather than the seller. You have a set of deal breakers of what's important to do, and you're willing to walk away. At the same time, you have to be willing to walk away in dating, rather than just settle for someone just to fill a hole for something that you're just missing. Because that's the mistake that I was made. Was that I was just going out there, putting myself in a room just to I can get myself a girlfriend. But if I go with what sort of traits I want, because you're going to bring that person into your life, aren't you?
Exactly.
And you know, okay, they'll pass that honeymoon phase. That's when the stars start interacting, and when the real test starts. Exactly.
So it's worth doing this work. It's worth knowing what you want, because you're potentially looking for a long-term relationship, a relationship where you're going to spend your lives together. So you don't want to be wishy-washy. You don't want to just pick, like you said, the first person. So at the same time, you don't want to be overly picky, but you do want to know what you want and focus on what you want rather than what you don't want.
Just have that mental clarity.
Exactly.
That's what it is. So that's the first part, so what place it's coming from. And the second part is how you deal with rejection. Now, rejection is something inevitable. It's going to happen when you go out and approach women and when you meet them. No woman, even Brad Pitt or the most handsome man in the world, can't have a 0 chance of rejection. But the key is how you respond to what you make of it, because anything that happens in your life, it's about how you respond and react to it.
Exactly.
And would you rather let it to make you or break you? Are you going to be the victim or the creator? See, I view rejection now that, okay, someone better is coming along. So can you see that reframe?
Exactly. Someone's better is coming along. That's brilliant, because that's like saying, okay, I got a no, but it's not a definite no. A no just means next. Right? So that's a completely different mindset. You can have the mindset of each no is taking me closer and closer to a yes.
Yeah.
So we just have to remember that there's people out there who have a negative orientation around rejection and they don't get their dreams fulfilled, and then you've got a group of people who do use no to empower them. They love collecting no's and they do eventually get what they want. And it doesn't mean that they're just kind of born with that. We live in a society where no is like the worst thing in the world, but we really need to retrain ourselves to realize that nothing beautiful and amazing has ever been created without rejections.
Yeah.
If anything is worth having, we need to have rejections, because there's nothing more fulfilling of when you look back and you look back at your experience and you've been rejected like 100 times by women, and then you come home and you get greeted by the most amazing woman and you feel so grateful, and you look into her eyes and you go, it took me 100 no's to get to you and it was so worth it, and I feel so fulfilled because of that. If it wasn't for those 100 no's, you wouldn't be standing here right now. So think, if you can create that image, that story in your head, you will be unstoppable when it comes to speaking to women. And when women do say no, when you face rejections, it's never actually personal. It's never ever actually personal. It's always to do with what's going on with them. They could be saying no for so many reasons. So if you can remember that it's not personal and you just focus on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, going to the next person, you will start to build resilience when it comes to rejection. So it's like it happens in different phases. So you have the first step is we feel really uncomfortable with rejection, and we have to kind of jump over the rock to get to the next stage of rejection. So the first time you're going to go out to a bar and you're going to try and you're going to aim to speak to 3 women. You speak to those 3 women and you get rejected and you feel really deflated, you feel horrible, you don't feel good about yourself. That's just the first stage. That's good. Allow yourself to feel whatever emotions you feel. Take note of when you're taking those emotions personally, and when you're taking those rejections personally. Just notice that you're doing that. Then you're gonna notice some resistance when it comes to doing it again. So the next day or the next week, you say, okay, I have to go to the bar and I have to do it. You need to build the momentum, and you can only build the momentum of getting rejection by continuing to do it. So the energy that you're feeling when you're feeling anxiety and you're comparing your past experience to those 3 rejections, and then you're projecting it onto, I'm gonna get rejected again. You need to change that energy and just go, right, let me just accept the fact that I got 3 rejections, that's taking me closer to a yes. Let me get grounded and let me do this again, because the more I can get rejected, the more I'll become resilient to it, and the more chances I am to meet the person that I want to meet. And then you get to the next stage, and then the next stage, and then the 3rd stage is like, oh my gosh, I'm just like going to the bar every week now, and it's easy, and I love getting no's because it makes me feel like I'm building momentum, and oh my gosh, I got a yes yesterday and now I've got a date. So you end up on the roll, but you want to build that momentum by continuing to do it.
Yeah, and it's just about just seeing it as another experience, not placing a negative label on it. Because what I used to do is whenever I got rejected, I used to think to myself, there's something wrong with me, everybody hates me. But not personalise it to you, seeing that it's their problem, not yours. Exactly. So it's about how you change the perspective based on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think, just to sum up, what he can do is, okay, he's 18, he's still young, so he's still got a long way to go. Basically, he needs a deal breakers on what sort of woman he wants in his life, what he wants in his ideal girlfriend, and just to add as much detail as possible.
Exactly.
Where he does that. And yeah, every single time he gets rejected, don't allow it to affect how he feels about himself, and just keep going. Even sometimes along the way he'll get 2 dates and they may not want to see him again, but it's just part of the process.
Yeah.
So
do you know I was to be in the video? But yeah, I hope that makes sense, you know?
Yeah. Well, I hope this helps. You know the drill. Like, share and subscribe, and if you've got any questions or comments, here you go. We got she just recently had a kid, so her name's Manaya. So now she's empowering parents now how to raise kids in such a way that they become the best version of themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, share and subscribe. If you've got any questions or comments, post them in the comments box below, or drop me an email and I'll send them and I'll get them answered. Anyways, like, share and subscribe, and until next time, catch you soon.